There's a reason some men command respect without raising their voice. And why others are constantly manipulated, ghosted, or played. The difference? Awareness. Today, we're unlocking a side of female psychology that most men never see, because they're too focused on pleasing instead of understanding. These are the 10 hidden female weaknesses that every man should know, especially the Stoic man who wants to lead, not chase. 10 hidden female weaknesses men need to know, Stoicism inspired. Presented by MENZ Club. 1. Emotional validation dependency. Many women, like men, have a core need, emotional validation. But unlike most men, women are often socially encouraged to seek it externally, through compliments, attention, or digital likes. This becomes a weakness when their self-worth is built entirely on outside approval. The Stoic man doesn't mock this. He observes it, without becoming another pawn in her emotional validation loop. He remains a source of strength, not another emotional crutch. 2. Social influence sensitivity. Women are biologically wired to be highly sensitive to social cues. Why? Evolutionarily, it helped them navigate complex social environments. Today, it makes them highly susceptible to trends, peer pressure, and social media expectations. When a man is unshakable, when he doesn't conform just to fit in, it silently commands respect. She notices the man who doesn't need approval from the crowd. 3. Fear of rejection. Here's a hidden truth: many confident, attractive women fear rejection even more than men. Why? Because they rarely experience it. Most men chase, validate, and praise. So when a Stoic man doesn't flinch, when he walks away or says, no, calmly, it stings. Not out of cruelty, but because he's not like the rest. She sees something rare, a man with standards. 4. Idealization of strength. Society says, vulnerability is strength. And there's truth in that, but only when it's controlled. Women idealize masculine strength, not just physical, but emotional and spiritual. The ability to stay calm in chaos. To not cry over spilled emotions. To say, I understand, without reacting. That strength is magnetic. The Stoic man doesn't suppress emotion, he masters it. That makes her feel safe, and drawn to him. 5. Guilt as manipulation. Here's a hard truth: guilt is often used unconsciously as a control tactic. If you really loved me, you'd do this. I guess you don't care. These phrases aren't always calculated, but they're manipulative. A Stoic man recognizes guilt traps. He doesn't explode. He doesn't fold. He simply says, I'm not responsible for emotions that don't belong to me. That boundary is powerful. 6. Indecisiveness in crisis. In calm waters, everyone seems composed. But when the storm hits, real-life chaos, emergencies, or tough decisions, some women freeze. That's not weakness. That's human nature. But in that moment, a leader must emerge. The Stoic man doesn't panic. He takes action. Not because he's dominant, but because he's prepared. This composure builds unshakable trust and silent admiration. 7. Romantic fantasies over reality. Thanks to movies, novels, and fairy tales, many women form unrealistic expectations about relationships. They may crave passion, drama, and perfection, over stability, growth, and truth. These fantasies can make them blind to what's real. The Stoic man doesn't sell dreams. He embodies truth, even when it's not glamorous. And ironically, that's what wakes her up from the fantasy. 8. Attention addiction. Instagram, TikTok, DMs. We're in an era of digital dopamine. And many women, especially younger ones, get caught in the trap of attention addiction. The likes, comments, story replies, it all becomes a drug. The Stoic man, he's not competing for her attention. He becomes the exception, not the fan. And that scarcity, that calm distance, It makes her pause and wonder, who is this man? 9. Overthinking and anxiety. Biologically, women tend to have a more active prefrontal cortex, leading to more overthinking, analysis, and anxiety. While men lean toward problem-solving, women often spiral in emotions. A Stoic man doesn't add fuel. He listens without absorbing the storm. He grounds her. Not by fixing everything, but by simply being rooted. Like a mountain in emotional weather. 10. Testing masculine strength. Some women test boundaries, not out of cruelty, but instinct. She wants to feel the weight of your strength. Not through aggression, but through stillness. When she pushes, do you break? Do you whine, chase, or snap? Or do you smile and hold the line? The Stoic man passes the test, not by force, but by presence. He knows who he is. And that makes her feel both challenged and secure. Let's do a lightning-fast recap. 1. Women seek emotional validation, but don't become their source of self-worth. 2. Social influence is strong, so be the man who resists the crowd. 3. Rejection stings more when it's rare, don't fear using your no. 4. They crave emotional strength, master yourself. 5. Guilt can be manipulation, stand firm. 6. Crisis reveals character, lead with calm. 7. Fantasies cloud reality, offer truth. 8. Attention is addictive, don't be another fan. 9. Anxiety thrives in chaos, be grounded. 10. Some women test you, respond with presence, not panic. If this video made you see things differently, good. That's the first step to becoming a man of clarity, strength, and purpose. Drop a comment below and tell us which point hit you the hardest. Hit that like button, it tells the algorithm that men like you are waking up. Share this with a brother who needs to hear it. And if you're serious about mastering your mind and your mission, subscribe to MENZ Club right now. We're just getting started. This is MENZ Club, where men rise, not chase. Until next time. Stay grounded, stay focused, stay free.